What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part. I'm so excited to upload this one for you guys because this video we'll be taking a look at a movie that really flew under the radar and I think doesn't get that much praise. The Man from U.N.C.L.E. So this movie came out back in 2015 and stars Henry Cavill, my favorite Superman of all time, as a CIA agent, Armie Hammer as a KGB agent, and Alicia Vikander as a German engineer in this crazy spy film. Which is actually pretty funny because not a lot of people know this, but Armie Hammer was actually a run-up to play Batman in Batman v Superman. But like I said, the movie came out back in 2015 and it's set during the Cold War era, where you have Henry Cavill CIA agent Napoleon Solo go to East Germany in order to extract Alicia Vikander's character, Gabby, who is the daughter of a Nazi scientist. And all goes well until they come across Armie Hammer's character, whose name I cannot pronounce for the life of me, but is a Russian KGB agent who was meant to intercept our CIA agent, and you go for a wild ride as you see these two engage in a game of cat and mouse throughout all of East Germany. Ultimately, our agents are informed by the superiors that there is a Nazi group of scientists who are trying to develop a nuclear bomb, so in order to prevent that from happening, our two agents need to work together. So you have this CIA agent who is working with a KGB agent, and the only thing that is preventing these two from killing each other is their little German engineer. And that's pretty much the selling point of the movie, as you have these two secret agents who just hate each other now work side by side with one another. Now, some of the things that I really like about this pairing are the overall motives that each of our character has. Because while the overall goal is to stop these Nazi scientists from creating a nuclear warhead, each agent is pretty much forced into this mission against their will. For our CIA agent, he's basically an art thief, and in order for him to stay out of prison, he needs to join this mission and steal the plans to the nuclear warhead. And when you look at our KGB agent, if he doesn't succeed in this mission by stealing the plans to the nuclear warhead, he's going back to the work camps. The only clean person in the group is our German engineer, which is kind of funny when you think about it. I also love how throughout the movie, we pretty much get to see our two secret agents go back and forth with one another with witty banters while at the same time showing off their spy skills. So you could say that a good majority of the movie is basically these two guys showing off and trying to prove who has the biggest gun, if you know what I mean. Obviously, I had another word in mind, but I don't want to get canceled on YouTube. Not today. But anyway, well, at first it seems impossible for our agents to work together. Ultimately, as you progress throughout the movie, you begin to see these two start to trust and rely on each other. And while these two characters are mostly front and center throughout the entire movie, the whole story revolves around Alicia Vikander's character, because when you think about it, she's the glue holding these two opposing forces together, while at the same time, she's also got some motives as well, which is very interesting when you think about it, as you see how this little German engineer is able to hide her secrets from two super spies. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention was that this movie was directed by Guy Ritchie, who not only made the Sherlock Holmes movies, but he also made King Arthur and the recent live-action Aladdin remake. So now that I think about it, looking back at the movie, I can see how the tone has a sense of his touch in terms of that when you look at the movie, there are moments that overlap one another that later on reveal a big secret. Another thing that surprised me was how this movie was actually based on a TV show that came out back in the 60s. So that's pretty cool when you think about it, how a little TV show can later on be a big movie. The only thing that bothers me was how this movie sort of underperformed at the box office and a sequel was never made. But I gotta tell you, had this movie had financially done well, not only would we have gotten a sequel, but I'm pretty sure it would have sparked a franchise where we would have gotten multiple movies telling different missions with these three characters in them. And even the last moment of the movie, it sort of leaves the door open for a franchise, but sadly, like Superman, those dreams went away. I know it's been a while, okay? But damn, it still hurts knowing that Henry Cavill is not Superman. But anyway, even though the ending sort of hints for a sequel that never happened, the movie's still strong enough to stand on its own as a one-done sort of thing. Also, now that I think about it, watching anime like Spy Family actually made this movie a lot more fun to watch, given how both deal with spies trying to save the world in a Cold War era setting. So if you're looking for something to watch this weekend that's thrilling and upbeat, or you can't get enough of Spy Family, then you should probably give this movie a shot. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was an overall review for The Man from U.N.C.L.E. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button so you guys updates from this channel. I'll see you next time in a brand new video. Bye-bye.